Happy Monday, everyone. This is Costa from Broker Bay, and today is May 25th, 2020. And again, in keeping with our tradition, I'm here today to present to you the weekly update for market stats across the GTA as they pertain to the Broker Bay clientele, which is, as you know, a large percentage of the market now. So, looking at the last 90 days, where we always start off, we can see here that the trend continues to move upwards in terms of where showings and appointments are headed. So we're already starting to see appointments, at least the peak of our weekly appointments, start to reach the lows of what they were pre-COVID-19, which I think is pretty promising to see the market start to cross over into that familiar territory of where we were before this crisis. So know that over the last 8 weeks, there has been positive growth each and every week. The highs are getting higher and the lows are becoming less low in terms of showings. When we look at offers, it's not as aggressive as an increase, obviously because appointments come before offers, but we are now seeing that, again, week after week in a much more jagged pattern, the number of offer registrations continue to increase as well, which is good news. Great. Looking a little more closely at the last 30 days, we can continue to see that, again, showings week over week over week are continuing to increase. But I think more interestingly, we're starting to see the amount of inventory increase as well. So I think now that the stay-at-home orders are starting to be loosened, we're starting to see more people willing to list their properties. So we can see that this week right here, we are definitely higher than the previous weeks and definitely higher than where we were 4 weeks ago. So MLS listings continue to increase. Sold listings, we're definitely seeing solds trending upwards, and we're obviously seeing offers kind of mimic where we are in terms of the trend with solds. So yeah, everything continues to trend upwards, and that's fantastic news, I guess. When we look at showings this week compared to showings a month ago, we see some interesting stats. Showings are up 105% this week compared to the same period a month ago. Offer registrations are up 102% this week compared to offers a month ago. New listings up 40%. New exclusives up 49%. And I think the figure that everyone is most interested in is that listings there's 50% more listings that have sold this week compared to the same week a month ago. So we're seeing positive growth, triple digits in showings and offers. This is the second week in a row where we've seen triple digit growth, which is pretty promising stuff. When we look a bit more closely of this week versus last week, so not a month over month view, but this week versus last week, showings are up 4.7%, offers 13%. New MLS listings are up 6%. New exclusives up 22.9%. And as we know, there's an inverse relationship between people listing exclusively and on the MLS. I'm not sure why we see this here, why we've seen this kind of holdback in terms of MLS listings and increase in terms of exclusives. So perhaps there's some pent-up demand to list properties in the next week. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm sure we're going to find out next week. Solds are essentially zero. It was I think it was negative 0.02%, so I've just put zero. So yeah, the numbers are pretty steady this week, and there seems to be a group of people that are going exclusive over MLS, likely because they're waiting for next week or a more prime date to list on the MLS market. So let's see what happens there. So yeah, the stats this week versus last week are pretty steady. They're going up in terms of showings, offers, listings, both exclusive and MLS, and solds have stayed essentially at the same pace that they were last week, which are significantly up month over month. Those are the stats for this week, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we've been getting some tremendous feedback from everyone regarding our new stats update. I'm just giving everyone the heads up that in the extremely near future, every customer of Broker Bay is going to have access to their own advanced reporting and analytics tool, which we will be making a big announcement regarding in the next, I'd say, week and a half. So stay tuned for that.